How long? 22 seconds. 54 people here playing along. Good luck, guys. And it does change. Like, usually the person that's in the front in the beginning, every 5 questions I'll take a break and we'll look at the rankings and see who's in the lead. But every 5 questions, I do usually see a little bit of a change, unless Craig McFarland from Beyond the Mouse is just dominating, which happens sometimes. And here we go. Dumbo has very large what? Hats, feet, eyes, or ears? And of course, we all know what the answer to this is, or I think we all know. Let's see. The correct answer was ears. And wow, who were the 3 people that picked eyes? We need to find those people because that's what's hurting the world right now. No, he has ears. So 93% of you got that correctly. The second question, what is the name of the locomotive that transports the animals? Cassie, Choo Choo Express, Casey Jr., or Old Steamy? For those of you that have a bad reaction to Old Steamy, keep it to yourself. What is the name of the locomotive that transports the animals? The correct answer, of course, is Casey Jr. Okay, Cassie. See, now, I put Cassie there because I thought those people that usually get everything correct, they're going to go fast and they're going to think, Casey. So 2 people did pick Cassie. Choo Choo Express, it could have been called that. I would have named it that, but Casey Jr., which also is the name of the restaurant, the hot dog, French fry, corn dog restaurant on the corner at the end of Main Street. We're going to go over to question number 3. What is Timothy's full name? Is it Timothy Q. Mouse, Timothy O. Squeak, Timothy B. Cheeser, or just Timothy? He has no full name. Timothy's full name. I'm curious how many of you would get this. The correct answer truly is Timothy Q. Mouse. And I'm really curious to see how many people got this. What do you think? 50-50? No, you guys know what you're doing. 78% of you knew that Timothy Q. Mouse was his full name. Pretty good. I don't know if would I have known that? Maybe from the ride. Possibly. The next question, speaking of Timothy, is what is Dumbo's real name? Is it Jumbo, Gumbo, Dumbo Jr., or Jumbo Jr.? Dumbo's real name. I need music in the background for us. I think I'm going to try that next time, as long as it doesn't make me too quiet. So Dumbo's real name. There's a slight time delay. That's why I wait. And if the time seems off to you at all, it's a 4-second delay. I'm trying to compensate for it. Sometimes I'm successful. Sometimes I am not. The correct answer is Jumbo Jr. I believe his mom is Jumbo and he's Jumbo Jr. Wow. Okay. That one, we is that funny? We all knew Timothy Q. Mouse's real name, but not Dumbo's, who is Jumbo Jr. Pretty cool. All right. We're going to move on to the last question for the Dumbo section. What object does Dumbo believe helps him to fly? What object does Dumbo believe helps him to fly? Is it Timothy the Magic Mouse, his yellow hat, a magic feather, or his mother's love? Look at the picture if you're curious. It's actually, usually the pictures don't give away the answer. This one kind of does. Kind of does. The correct answer is a magic feather, which he's holding there in the picture. And how many people did know this one? You guys can't get anything over on you guys. All right, 93% of you knew that was correct. All right, we're going to take our first break and see where we are at. Let's see. Han Shot First is in the lead. We've had him here before. Howie, Kelly, Bill, Resident Flying Ace, Christine Fox. She is number 6. Tiffany, Wait a Minute. That's got to be Adam Waite. Holly and Beats, or if I'm looking at that wrong, Beatles 8. Consman, and then Derek Pitzer. I know Derek. Okay, so we're that's the top 12. Pretty good. We're going to move on to question 6 in just a minute. Let's think. What is my next stuff? I think it's Muppets. Yeah, okay. You ready? Are we ready? Should we take a breather? We're trying. Not that I want to. I like Han Shot First, but we're trying to make him not stay in number 1. So, or her. No, it's him. Trying to make Han Shot First not stay in number 1, just to mix it up a little bit. So, what does the word Muppet derive from? What does the word Muppet derive from? Is it miniature and puppet, marionette and puppet, multi-use and puppet, or is it just a play on puppet but replacing the P for copyright issues? Pretty interesting. I know this is where Jim got it from, although it doesn't make any sense to me because it's not what it is. And by that I mean marionette and puppet. It's really not a marionette from what I know at all. So I don't think it's a mix of those two things, although the name is a mix of those two things. And 70% of you knew it. Let's see. The next one was multi-use and puppet. And then there was just, I would have thought it was D. I made that up, that answer for you, but I would have thought it was D. I would have thought, Muppet, puppet, it just doesn't play on it, but apparently has to do with marionette, which, I don't know. I guess, even though there's no strings, there's wires. I don't know. Question number 7, moving on. Let me, these pages are very dry. What did Jim Henson use for Kermit's green outer layer on the first prototype? What did Jim Henson use for Kermit's green outer layer on the first prototype? A tapestry from his dorm room wall, green felt he found in his attic, his sister's sweater, or his mother's coat? What did Jim Henson use for Kermit's green outer layer for the first prototype? Some Muppet fans have to know this. I think that Stan Solo definitely knows this one, although I'm not 100% sure. The correct answer is his mother's coat. So he took his mother's coat. I hope he asked, and he chopped it up. And wow, okay, I'm happy that some of us don't know this. That means we're learning things. Isn't that a good excuse? 57% of you thought it was green felt he found in his attic. I just made that up. And because it's green felt, that's what I would have thought. So I'm just putting in there what sounds the most feasible to me. But his mother's coat. So, hey, we learned a little bit of something. Coolness. Question number 8. Which Muppet utilizes human hands? If you think about it, you'll know this one. The Swedish Chef, Animal, Miss Piggy, or Big Bird? Which Muppet actually utilizes human hands? Now, we're not talking about human hands in a costume. We're talking about the hands themselves, show. And what's funny is in this particular picture, the one that they're showing isn't using the human hands that's on him all the time, everywhere. The correct answer is the Swedish Chef. If you ever see it, it is, somebody's doing the mouth, I think, and somebody's doing both human hands. And it's pretty cool because of that. But some people might have picked Big Bird, but they're human hands, but they're in a yellow glove, so to speak. Or at least one of them is. Let's see, 9% chose Big Bird. 85% of you know the Swedish Chef has the hands. I can just be quiet. You guys know this stuff. Question number 9. What was the original name of the Muppet Workshop? Is it Muppet Workshop, Magic Factory, Creature Workshop, or Blue Sky? The original name of the Muppet Workshop, which I actually went to California and visited, and it was pretty amazing. Just to know that Jim Henson had worked there with these Muppets and stuff, and it was a really nice. And the Skeksis are all there from the Dark Crystal, but they're behind I'm sorry, I'm going to talk to you about this for a second. I'm a Dark Crystal fanatic, really. The Skeksis are there at this Creature Workshop, but they're all behind a fence. They are so delicate. you can touch them and they're probably going to fall apart just because they were made to be used on camera and they weren't made for long-term use. They're about falling apart. They do refurbish them from time to time, but it's still pretty difficult. Okay, so the name we know was the Creature Workshop. And let's see, 49% of you knew that it was the Creature Workshop. Very cool. 21% of you Magic Factory. Magic Factory sounds good. Right, again, Creature Workshop for me, some of these Muppets don't feel like creatures. There are some that are creatures, but some like Scooter don't feel like a creature to me, but Jim Henson thought of them all as creatures. Okay, so The Muppet Show, this is question number 10. The Muppet Show, which ran for 5 seasons beginning in 1976, was produced in what country? Was it in the good old United States of America, Canada, New Zealand, or England? Where was it produced? I mean, actually filmed. It was filmed somewhere. I just found this out recently while rewatching all of the Muppet shows. And we're going, I'm going to talk to you about a Muppet show that I could not believe. And I forgot the lady's name who was the thing. Showing the correct answer here is England. England is where it was produced and filmed. Wow. Okay. 25% of you thought United States, 50% thought Canada. Interesting. 4% New Zealand. It was in England. A lot of the stars you'll notice, or at least it was pointed out to me, I was like, who is this person? They were English stars. They were not stars here in the United States. But before we go on to the rankings, I was just watching, I forget who it is, Clemens, I think her name was. She's a country singer. It's season 2. They fat shame Miss Piggy throughout the whole episode. My eyeballs popped out of my skull. I couldn't believe it because I always thought, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a big guy. I thought that Kermit and Miss Piggy really kind of loved each other, but I watched Kermit be downright cruel. And I mean, where he said, "Oh, you're going to lose weight?" And he looked right at her and goes, "Okay, fatty." And I was like, what? Kermit just called Miss Piggy fatty? And not in a loving way. It was dread. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it was allowed to go on. And I really felt like they are some nasty bully Muppets. The whole episode was about how she could lose weight. It was crazy. Anyhow, watch it when you get a chance because I think you'll be amazed. So let's take a look at it. It upset me so much I couldn't believe it. Current rankings. Beyond the Mouse, Brett Rutherford from Beyond the Mouse podcast. Pretty nice. He's in first place. Derek, Hans shot first is third. Oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, I really am. Hans always winning. I'm kidding. Beatles 8, Kelly, Danny, Howie, Bill, Shauna Bunny. It's a name I know from the past here. John G, Resident Flying Ace, and Tiffany round off what I can see on my top 12. We have a total of almost 60 players, 59 players. We can't, the people that came in late, I understand. You're probably not going to win this, and I get it. It's okay. Let's go on to question number 11. What is the topic going to be? You know what? These are all Darth Vader questions. And listen, sometimes you're going to get topics you know everything about, and sometimes you're going to get topics you know nothing about. This isn't even just Star Wars. These are all Darth Vader. What is Darth Vader's real name? Is it Anakin, Antiken, or Anawan? I want to see my people who go and just click real quick. You got to look at this stuff and get the spelling correctly. Get the spelling correct, rather. So Darth Vader's real name, I'm going to let the time run out. Sorry, I'm jumping the gun here. Is Anakin Skywalker. Anakin. I'm very curious to see. Can't trick you. You know what? I'm going to make these harder now. Sorry. Can't trick you, apparently. Going to move on to question 12. There is a theme in the movies that they consider Darth Vader's theme. What is his theme song? Is it A, the Throne Room, B, Sith Lord Medley, C, the Imperial March, or D, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? What is Darth Vader's theme song? Can you feel Darth Vader's love tonight? I wonder how you guys did with this one, but the correct answer for this one is the Imperial March. You would think it would be the Sith Lord Medley. It's just a medley of different songs that Darth Vader seems to really like. It's the Sith Lord Medley. 96. See, I thought I was given some hard questions, but 96% of you knew that. All right, question 13. Who played Darth Vader in the original Star Wars trilogy? Look at the question because it's in the suit. James Earl Jones, Arnold Schwarzenegger, David Prowse, or Chuck Caruso? Who played Darth Vader in suit in the original Star Wars trilogy? I can see some people picking the one they thought real quick and then hitting the table because it wasn't the person in the suit. So if you don't know, and I'm sure you do, the person inside the suit was different than the person's voice that we heard. The voice we heard was James Earl Jones. Inside the suit is a gentleman named David Prowse, who was a bodybuilder kind of guy, kind of like an Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think smaller, but still a tall bodybuilder type guy. And 74% knew that it was David Prowse. 8 people clicked James Earl Jones. I'm sure some of them just did that quickly as the voice of Darth Vader and not who was in the suit. Moving on to question 14. What is Darth Vader's mother's name? We always hear about the fathers. The fathers, the fathers, the fathers. Is it Shmi Skywalker, Carolyn Skywalker, Mary Wells, or Queen Amidala? Who is Darth Vader's mother? What is her name? Mary Wells is a player that is playing with you right now. She might be Darth Vader's mother for all I know. The correct answer is Shmi Skywalker. Sounds like Mr. Shmi, kind of. 40% knew that. 2 people picked Mary Wells. That's pretty funny. Carolyn Skywalker and Queen Amidala. You can get all mixed up with these movies and not know. So that's cool. Moving on to question 15, which is kind of a little bit over our halfway point here. This earmarked travel agency is celebrated among Disney fans and offers their services free of charge. You can visit them for a no-obligation free quote at their website. Is it mousefantravel.com, mei-travel.com? Any one of the 2 above will suffice, so don't pick that one. And stop looking, you struck gold above. Don't pick that one either. I'm leaning you towards A or B for a quick, correct thing. But yeah, that is our sponsor here, mousefantravel.com. Becky Mankin is the CEO. I know a lot of the agents there. Really a wonderful group of people, and they are booking like crazy for 2022. I'm scared that people, when they finally say, oh, I think I want to go on vacation, they're going to be shut out and not have a place to go. So if you do want to get a cruise in or something, book it now. Even if it's for 2022, go put a deposit down, save up and do it slowly, but get it in if you want to go, because there's going to be a lot of disappointed people. And I'm not just saying that as a sales thing. It's true. But if you do go to them, please tell them I sent you. Question number 16. Let's see if I can, where are we going here now? Oh, you're going to like these, I think. These are a lot of visual questions, so Mary, if you could help Steve out. Steve is sight impaired, and I want him to be able to participate in these a little bit, but they're harder. But at least you can't ask Siri about them. What Walt Disney World restaurant is this? Is that Tiffin's, Yak and Yeti, the Boathouse, or the Grand Floridian Cafe? What Walt Disney World restaurant is that? It's one of my favorite restaurants. I just went there with Donna Marie Nicholson. Let me tell you, they brought us the egg rolls, and they give you 3 to an order. I'm sorry, I'm going to close up for this. The egg rolls, 3 to an order. We all looked at each other after we had one, and we were like, we're going to order another order of those, right? So good. I mean, it was just crispy and the best egg roll, Yak and Yeti. So if you didn't know, that is the answer to this, Yak and Yeti. And 81% knew that was Yak and Yeti. I guess the statue gives it away. Let's see. A couple of people thought it could be Tiffin's. You know what? That's why I put that in there, because it looks like it could kind of be that woody stuff. Question 17. Which popular Walt Disney World snack is this? Are those egg rolls, churros, Mickey logs, or cheeseburger spring rolls? We were just talking about egg rolls, but are those egg rolls? Looks like it's near the Tiki Room in Adventureland. Okay, so those are the cheeseburger spring rolls. And they're kind of like egg rolls, but they're not egg rolls because they're filled with cheeseburger, including the pickle flavor that's in most cheeseburgers, unless you ask for it without pickles. 61% of you knew. I'm sorry, I got yous on egg rolls with Yak and Yeti, and you thought those were egg rolls, which they look. I mean, they look like egg rolls. They're just not called egg rolls. They're cheeseburger spring rolls. They are at Adventureland, and I think they're $9 now for two. Let me tell you, well worth the price. They are just delicious. I know they're overpriced, but they are just. Excuse me, they are just so good. I can't even get over it. My diet's not having them though. Not unless I can take the phyllo dough off them. Question 18: which Walt Disney World restaurant is this? Tutto Italia, Via Napoli, Tony's Town Square, or Pizza Rizzo's? It is Mary Wells' favorite restaurant in the whole world. She loves it. Cannot go there enough. Which I am completely joking. Mary Wells hates with a passion this restaurant. This restaurant, when she's around, is on guard that a Molotov cocktail can come into the window at any moment and burn it to the ground. I mean, seriously, she hates it. God forgive me, she's not doing that. I'm kidding. Tony's Town Square, this is. And I always tell everybody when I went with my mom, she's Italian and she knows how to cook Italian food, so she's not going to like it whether it was good or not, but it wasn't good. And she told that people, and a lot of people know this, she goes, it makes sense that she's got the pictures of the dogs up here because that's what the food is good for. You know, it's good for the dogs. Lady and the Tramp. I get it. I was like, Ma, you just embarrassed me so bad. 86% of you knew that was Tony's Town Square. Again, the statue probably gives it away. I hope these aren't too easy. You got to let me know if I should be making this stuff harder. Which Walt Disney World restaurant is this? Is question number 19. Cinderella's Royal Table, Restaurant Marrakech, the Golden Horseshoe, or the Skipper Canteen? It looks like two of these to me at first glance until I realize, oh, okay. So I'm trying to trick a few people, but I'm not sure how successful that's going to be. So the correct answer is Restaurant Marrakech in the Morocco Pavilion of Epcot. Let me see how many of you knew this. 66% knew it. 28% did fall for my Cinderella's Royal Table trick. If you looked at it fast, you might think it's Cinderella's Royal Table. I agree. Moving on to question number 20. He's having fun. That's what you're supposed to be having fun. Oh, did I even look at a rankings after question 15? I don't think so. So after this next question, we have to see the rankings. I might have forgot that. I think I did. I don't know. Question 20 is, what Walt Disney World restaurant is this? Tepan-Ito, Grand Floridian Cafe, Biergarten, or Chefs de France? Which one is this? This one probably I couldn't be fooled with. I think the windows give it away. There's no statue, but I would know the correct answer for this one is Chefs de France. And 63% of you knew that it was Chefs de France. A couple people thought Grand Floridian Cafe, which I could see that maybe for a quick glance. If I'm on my cell phone, perhaps I could see it. Let's go to our rankings. We haven't looked at them in a while, I think because I've been talking too much, trying to fill up the blank space. Oh, Beyond the Mouse podcast, Vanessa is in the lead. Derek second, David Z, Kelly, World Showcase Garbage Cans. That's funny. I wonder if it's one of the guys that plays the garbage cans. Beyond the Mouse podcast, Brett, Danny, Craig from Beyond the Mouse podcast, Bill, Holly, Tiffany, Anna Bunny. Wow, this is a really good list. I'm liking that people who weren't in first place are now there. A couple people towards the middle. These next 5 questions can change it all up completely. So let's do it. We're going to go to a couple more of these. What is? I tried to zoom up a little on these to make it a little harder. The question for question 21 is, name the attraction. Name the attraction. Is this the Great Movie Ride, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Train, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, or Big Thunder Mountain Railroad? Yeah, I did a little evil trick in there to kind of trick some people. If you want to be fast, you got to be fast, but accurate. Just going to wait a couple of seconds, make sure it's answered and everybody's seen it. Let's take a peek. The correct answer, of course, was Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. If you went fast, and I want to see how many people picked Runaway Train, I could see, like, usually I get a message from Beyond the Mouse Craig at the end of this going, oh, I'm going to kill you for question 21. Let's see. Okay. I did fool 19 of you, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that. I just want to equalize things and slow it down. But yeah, it's Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, not Runaway Train. 59% of you still got it right, so we're good. We're good. Don't kill me. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. Is that what I want to say? I don't even know. Question number 22. Name the attraction. Tower of Terror, Haunted Mansion, Peter Pan's Flight, or Rise of the Resistance. Tower of Terror, Haunted Mansion, Peter Pan's Flight, or Rise of the Resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why they say that on that ride, but it scares the heck out of me. Just the monotonous not knowing and all that. The correct answer, of course, for this is you are in the Tower of Terror. That is the elevator scene. I guess if you don't go to Disney a lot, you could think it might be the Haunted Mansion. 88% got the Tower of Terror. 6 people thought it was the Haunted Mansion. No one thought it was Peter Pan's Flight or Rise of the Resistance, and that is a very good thing. Moving on to question 23. Oh. I didn't write in name the attraction, so it's going to say what trivia question do you want to ask your audience, apparently. But the question is name the attraction. Excuse the way it looks. Name that attraction. Is it Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Space Ranger Spin, Slinky Dog Bash, or Slinky Dog Dash? Yeah, I did it again. Just a little bit. Slinky Dog Bash, Slinky Dog Dash, Space Ranger Spin, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. How are we all doing with this? We're going to look at our rankings before the last question just to see if anything changes. The correct answer for this was Slinky Dog Dash. 84% of you got it. 8 people saw Slinky Dog Dash and probably ran real quick. We're going to move on to question 24, which, again, did I do it again? I don't know. I don't know if it's the computer or me this time, but it's the same thing. What is that? What trivia question do I want to ask? What attraction is that? Is it Alien Swirling Saucers, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh? Is it Peter Pan's Flight or Mr. Toad's Wild Ride? And the correct answer we all know for this, right? I mean, you know, I zoomed up on it enough that if you're not at Disney a lot, maybe you don't know what it is, but it's Alien Swirling Saucers, and 96% of you knew it. Let's look at what the rankings show us right now. Okay, Vanessa, I'll be really happy if Vanessa wins. That'll be nice. Beyond the Mouse Podcast, Vanessa. David Z, Beyond the Mouse, Brett, too. Great. Derek, Kelly, Bill, Danny, Shauna Bunny, Holly, World Showcase, Garbage Cans, Craig, everybody. Beyond the Mouse Podcast people are a little smart. And Han shot first. If you want to listen to their podcast, you should. Don't be upset about their smartness. They're just smart. So let's see if this next question changes anything. The last question. What is the location? I'm going to show you a location. And you're going to tell me what location is. You ready? This is for the win, guys. What's that location? Pinocchio Village House, Storybook Treats, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train Roller Coaster, or Enchanted Tales with Belle? That felt like it went quick today. I thought I was talking enough. I might have to make it 30 questions. But I think 25 is perfect. I think taking up a half hour of your time or a little bit more is perfect. All right, so the correct answer to this, and it could look like other things, I think, is Enchanted Tales with Belle. That's what it is. It's that building that you walk in before the ride. 51% got it. 32% thought it was Pinocchio Village House, which it absolutely, to me, identifies also with. Like, it looks like that piece also. Storybook Treats looked a little bit to me. That's why I picked it. And Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, maybe a little bit. It's there. But it is Enchanted Tales with Belle. Let's see. Stop the game and see who our winner is, guys. I'm going to scroll down. Oh, did you guys get to see it? I don't know if you... Hold on. If I put it here, do you see it? You might not. In any event, I don't know if you see it, but you should. Beyond the Mouse Podcast, Vanessa, you won fair and square. Congratulations. David, second. David, you've got to email me, please, to panda@bigfatpanda.com, your address, so I can send you the Grand Circle Tour podcast mug. That's the podcast where they say, Walt's up, instead of what's up. Kelly, third place. Please send me your email address, Kelly, so I can give you Panda points. Within a week or two, you're going to be able to redeem Panda points for actual physical prizes and non-physical, but mostly physical. Bill, Brett, fifth place is awesome. Shauna Bunny, 6. Derek, Holly, 8. Danny, 9. Han shot first in 10th place. Remember, he started in first place, so it does change. And then Craig even is 12. Craig used to be 1. I'm thinking that Craig loses on purpose. I don't know why. Vanessa's already telling me she's happy with the bragging rights and doesn't need the prize. That's her donation, but she doesn't have to do that. I want you to actually want the prize, Vanessa, but I will send you something probably anyway. If you want to support this game and you enjoy it, please come back every other Tuesday to pandatrivia.com. Go to bigfatpanda.com, buy something. I still have a couple of pins for sale. I only have like 4 of Series 1 and about 40 from Series 2. That helps if you buy a pin, bigfatpanda.com. There's a store. All the donation ways are on pandatrivia.com. This was a lot of fun. Let me bring up my big face here. Let's see, what else to tell you? They're telling me Craig does not try to lose, that he always tries. So yeah, next week, I think I have, it's either Chris Alardi or I forget, or Rob Fuzz might be my guest on my Tuesday show. Same time here, 8 o'clock. And then the next Panda Trivia will be, let me look at the dates real quick. It will be May 25th. Oh, that's going to be exciting. So thank you so much, guys. We had 63 of 100 people here. I know that you enjoy this. If you have any suggestions, John, go slower, go faster, make it harder, make it less hard. Panda at bigfatpanda.com. Mwah. I love you guys all so much. Who just sent money? I don't know, but somebody did. It looks like me because it said it came from me, but I did not send myself anything just now. So thank you guys. Appreciate it very, very much. Mwah.